Good evening. Hello, hello. How is everybody? I hope you are fantastically well. I am going to be correcting my camera here just really quick. I don't know why it decided to change itself, but there you have that. So, anyhow, welcome to Learn Love Tarot. I am Angie, and I'll be your spiritual stewardess tonight, bringing us messages for our best and highest good. I'm going to be asking 3 layers of questions for all signs tonight. The description box holds a link if you would like to look at where my questions have derived from. I'm combining the trine energy of Mars in retrograde in Cancer, trining with Neptune. That is at 27 degrees 29, and that happened a few hours ago at 4:15. Hey, girl. Hey, thanks for being here. We're going to check out what is going on here in these energies. I got the song "Secret Garden" by, and I'm getting the ear squeezy already. I'm like, I haven't even said nothing yet. I think it's just because you're here, so that must be why. The Secret Garden song by Bruce Springsteen. And gosh, is that a kind of, whew, it gets you in the gullet if you've ever heard it. And if you have not, you will understand the energy of what I was feeling flowing through the collective today through that song. So I hope you get a chance if you are not familiar. So we're going to go ahead and ask here in our Secret Garden inspiration song. What secret garden do we think that we are protecting? Maybe we put high walls up somewhere thinking they were simple boundaries that we were enforcing, but maybe those walls are so high it ends up keeping us in there alone and away from the energies we are trying to connect to or that are trying to connect to us. It's a beautiful song. I did not know that it was his very last to date top 40 hit. So, again, with those walls, like what walls did he put up there? Was there some kind of a hard line? Why hasn't there been another number one hit? Is he retired? I did not know that. And that top 40 hit kind of gave me a little pause there as well, because today is a 4-path day. That is the path of protection. And then I wrote a little note that said, or a self-made prison. So we will see here what is going on. Angel number 139 today for January 12th, 2025. However, whenever you hear this message, know that there is something contained in it for you, even if you are meant to share the reading with another person that makes you think of them when you see their sign pop up, perhaps, or where you see some kind of a symbol and understand that this is meant for so and so. So I know you guys are information sharers and all. Let's go ahead. We're going to get Aries through Pisces here in 3, 2 more. Okay, and I guess we're ready now. Instead of 2 more, we got our Capricorn energy coming through here with our Capricorn sun. 2 awards for bravery in war, showing recognition of the heroic efforts of others, even those who are on different paths. So I find this interesting because this card always reminds me of 2 energies, the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. Capricorn energy there, meaning the Queen of Pentacles, and the Scorpio energy of Queen of Wands, because there's a black cat here. So manifestation of our heart's desire. We are meant to see our lives as the fulfillment of our desire. And that just happens to be the trining energy that's happening 28 degrees Pisces and trining with a modern Pocahontas, the understanding that we must find a way to reconcile and unite the past and the future. So here we go. This is our theme of our reading today, reconciling the past and the future. When we are abundant and secure within ourselves, we can weather any storm that comes along the way. Pluto energy that's in Aquarius right now is still in the Sabian symbol of an unexpected thunderstorm. So there we have that. Submission to unforeseen and uncontrollable forces is always eventually a predictable requirement of us. So, using all of our energies at hand, our own manifestation skills and tools to create our abundance. Of course, Queen of Pentacles is a lower octave Empress energy. And then when storms are happening around us, Queen of Pentacles is always an energy of I ain't bothered. What storm? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what's going on. We hold steadfast onto our own prosperity. Okay. And on the bottom of the deck, Angel of Love. It feels like that song Secret Garden, and it's a 49 energy, Angel of Love, and the environmental energy. And indeed, that is a journey. Okay. And that new journey, that new path, the cycle that's ending and moving forward is going to contain a cornucopia when we leave the baggage of the past cycle behind and move forward into this happy birthday of Frosty the Snowman. It always reminds me of Frosty, of new energy. We get to choose the path that we take. And as long as it is with an intention of love, then we're going to be all right. Then we're going to be all right. Let's see where we go here. Aries coming out first. What secret garden do we think we are protecting? Maybe Aries energy uses hostility. Anger is a cover emotion for what it is that's really going on. It's a 26 card, and that's an energy of 8 of balancing a lemniscate energy. So maybe we are we're in our secret garden. We are kind of trying to temper some anger here or reconcile with some kind of truth. And whenever that truth gets really close to our Aries energy, you can pull out your chart, and we're going to get energies for each life area for you on that chart. You think you are protecting some kind of truth, but Aries, whenever anger comes out, it's pretty much a dead giveaway. So we think we're fooling other people, but we are not, because the anger gives it away. Taurus energy, what secret garden do we think we are protecting? 32 is a 5 energy of change. Maybe you are not letting anyone know that you are trying to enter a door to spirit or bringing in a more spiritual practice to your life. I don't know if you feel like others will not understand, or if it's just very out of your Taurean element here, but I don't feel like there is a need to put walls up around that or not let anybody know. I think people will see the peace in that more than you realize. Okay, let's look at for Gemini here. Rest and rejuvenation, the 19 card of the sun. So what secret garden we think we are protecting is that we're fine. We don't need to rest. We're a Duracell bunny. We can go, go, go. And that's just simply, it's simply not true, Gemini energy. So wherever Gemini is located in your chart, that can indicate an area or a life area that you're kind of running on empty here, and there's a need to slow down, stop and smell the roses a little bit. Okay. So that especially when we encounter storms, it's not something that's gonna upend us. Okay. And in the environmental energy with love and a loving journey, there is definitely something, again, we need to leave behind. And leaving behind Aries, we need to leave behind some anger, whatever that wherever that hits in your chart. Taurus, we're leaving behind hiding our spirituality from others. And Gemini, we are leaving behind the need to overdo to the point of exhaustion. Cancer energy, 7, the card of community, a 3 of Cups energy of reuniting. So, what secret garden do we think we are protecting? Maybe we feel like we are protecting our community, but what ways are we possibly shutting out those in our community? And what we may be leaving behind is a need of always needing approval from others, or maybe needing to do things in groups. Maybe there's some life areas here that we need to go it alone in those Cancer areas of your chart. Let's look at Leo's. What secret garden does Leo think they're protecting? A 28, which is another 10 energy pinging off of this 10 of Gemini. So we are protecting some kind of victory. Are we tamping down our success or our desire for some kind of victory? And maybe we're leaving behind here in this old cycle a mentality of, if I don't win, if it's not first place, it's last place. I don't know where that's coming in from, but this victory wreath, what we may be leaving behind because we understand it's not loving, is just the desire to win is very different from an actual true victory. Okay. All right, Leo, let's look at Virgo energies. What is Virgo? What secret garden do we think we're protecting? So we think we're protecting our heart here, but Virgo, it is a call to you to open up your heart chakra, fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael, filling our own heart's cup. Okay, is essential, but we feel we are hiding behind those walls, right? Is it protection or is it a self-made prison so no one else can really get in? We think we're protecting our heart with boundaries, but are the walls too high and that doesn't allow others to come in? And I feel like through love, what we're leaving behind perhaps is how we view love, how we view opening up our heart. Maybe we felt we're leaving behind the thought that that is too scary for us to ever try again. What about with Libra here, 17, another 8 energy, pinging off of this 26 of the Aries. So this is an action card. So, what secret garden are we protecting? Well, the fact that we want to haul some ass when maybe we feel like we should go slow or someone else is wanting us to go slow. We are, and secretly, that secret garden is we want to move forward in some area, in the area of our chart that contains Libra, but there's another balancing energy that is just not going at the same pace. So I think what you're leaving behind through an act of love here in this Libra energy, we are leaving behind the Libra South Node. Finally, you're like, hallelujah, right? And moving into this Virgo energy in the South Node, Pisces in the North Node. So, Libra, I think what you're lovingly leaving behind is those who can't keep pace with you. What about for Scorpios? Scorpios, what secret garden do you think you are protecting? Financial constraints. So maybe what you think you're protecting are your finances, and maybe we're not spending money. Maybe that's a bit of a Four of Coins, like a hoarding kind of energy. thinking that we are not going to have. So, in that Scorpio portion of your chart, that's the deepest dive. That's our house of secrets, right? So, depending on where Scorpio is located in your chart, you may not feel abundant in that life area right now. But what we don't understand here, Scorpio, is that in order to make money, we got to spend money. Same with love. It's a currency, it's an exchange of energy. And when we can give, okay, we notice that even if it's $1 for the bell ringer of the Salvation Army, even if it's $1 that we really felt like we needed to keep and scrimp and scrounge and save, the act of giving that dollar, even if it was your last one, actually ends up bringing in and creating that energetic return to come back to you. And interestingly, it is a 13 card, which again is our emperor energy of today of the number 4. So that 13 is death and rebirth. So maybe this is a complete financial overhaul in the life area where you contain Scorpio. Maybe this is a surprise. Eighth house is all about other people's money, pennies from heaven, lottery money, inheritances, things like that. And we think we have little, but because we're hoarding the little that we have, that energetic flow can't yet come through. Hello, hello. How are you? Thanks for joining us. I appreciate that. I hope you are doing fantastically well. We are looking now at the last of the fire column, which is going to be Sagittarius. Sagittarius, what secret garden do you think you're protecting? And look at that. She's literally in a garden. And we think we're protecting our tears here. We think that can only let people see our beauty of the rose, and that we are not allowed to, or that it will push people away if we share our emotional selves. You're more than just a pretty face, Sagittarius. I've never met an unattractive Sagittarius. So I think what you are thinking here, maybe that was learned. The secret garden is I cannot show the difficult aspects of myself. I must always put on my pretty face here, and that's just simply not true. 15 energy, which is a 6 of balancing body, mind, and spirit on both ends of that scale. And what we may be what we may be lovingly leaving behind is that notion, that very notion that we must always put on a straight face, or we can't let our emotions or disappointment show. We surely can't let people see the mess of the brambles. I only want them to see the rose. Well, that's just not sustainable. And when we love ourselves, and when we trust, we're like, you know what? If they don't like me and my thorns, then they don't deserve the beauty of the rose. They don't deserve the beauty of the rose. Okay, let's look at the last of our Earth column, which is going to be Capricorn energy, where our sun and the planet of communication, Mercury, is residing currently. What secret garden do we think we are protecting? This is the door to value. We have the palindrome 1331 here, or 44, which is an 8 of balance. So we think again, these pentacles energy, money, time, energy, resources, they are being, kind of covered here by these red curtains, and the door is just peeking open. What secret garden do we think we're protecting? Again, it's coming back down to finances. Maybe we are putting walls up around what we value, or it feels easier to us in some way to show other people that we only value the pentacles, okay, when pentacles are a lot more than just money. Okay, we have more to us than that. And what we may be lovingly leaving behind is this Capricorn mentality, Pluto and Capricorn, this top down structure of money, money, money. I got to get to the top. That's not what that's about. Pluto energy moving forward for the next 20 years is spreading out the energy into the community and widening our values so that more people have more. So I think you're leaving behind here with love some old values here, Capricorn. Let's finish our air column here with our Aquarian energy. That's where we are sitting at an unexpected thunderstorm symbol, walking away. So, what secret garden do we think we are protecting? Maybe we're running here in the Aquarian portion of our chart, wherever that is for you. Where do we think we are protecting? What secret garden? Is it a secret that you are walking away from something in your house of Aquarius in that life area? Is it a secret where what you are walking away from? So, for example, if that is in your 10th house of career and public roles, you may be keeping it a secret in your secret garden that you are planning on leaving the company. Okay. You're keeping some wherever Aquarius sits in your chart, you are not sharing that you're walking away from something in that life area. What you're leaving behind in a loving as an act of self love to go on a new journey. The past is the past, and moving forward gets me out from behind that fence. And what I'm lovingly leaving behind lovingly is a need to stay confined in that space. The garden gate is open, and because she's wearing this hot pink energy, this cover, this caftan, that is soul star chakra energy. Eighth chakra, it's a 27 card, denoting some kind of ending. And if you look at these all together after a period of rest, 19 book ending, a 9, a 10, 9, and then an 8 in the middle, countdown energy. The person that is just not in the same speed as you. It could be a secret that you are walking away from that slower energy, or that you're letting a faster energy. You might be just like, you know what, that's not how I want to roll. Run all you want, but I'm going to still be here walking because I don't need to run. However that resonates for you in the Aquarian area of your chart. Okay. Last but not least at all, Pisces energy, where that Neptune, that dreamy energy is flowing to and helping out that Mars retrograde in Cancer. So all three of these energies here, all the blue areas of your chart, if I have created one for you, that would be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. What secret garden you think you are protecting. There's our 44 or another 8 of energy. That is woman holding a heart. So anger here to protect our heart, the start of the story and the end of the story. This is one whole cycle of completion here. There is a third eye energy of the violet flame. And then the transformation is happening, Pisces. This is a realization of faith, is where we're stepping into with that new node of destiny, the North Node, where destiny is calling us and we are becoming whatever we idealize. So I had a lovely, lovely client today And I was saying, talking about, you guys have heard me talk about before, we've got to be the energetic vibration. We got to be the match of what it is that we want to receive. To be peace, we have to, or to attract peace, we have to be peace first. To attract love, we have to fill our own heart's cup of self love. This is a Queen of Cups energy here. So I think what you're leaving lovingly behind, any baggage from the past that has angered you or broken your heart. And then stepping into this new cycle of self love, of course, brings in the love that is a vibrational match. Whew, have you guys had a Sunday fun day today? I hope so. I hope you had a great weekend. I got to watch the Ohio State game on Friday night. That was a lot of fun. It was much later than my bedtime. After as it ended, boy, was I ready to go to sleep after that. Okay, we'll take the win though. We'll take the win. There was a lot of heart pounding going on in that game. Well, my next question here, guys. Second question is, how can we reconcile and unite the past and the future? What is this missing puzzle piece? Okay, so Aries part of our chart, this hostilities energy 26. Oh, look at that. We have our 8 and 8 start to finish. How can we reconcile and unite the past and the present, dropping this hostility, dropping the walls that we think are boundaries, make sure that we are not playing the victim and just saying, I'm keeping up my sword of truth and nobody else can get in here. On the bottom of that, anger comes out due to insecurity and fears here, and we've got to leave those. We got to leave those behind here. What about for Taurus? Door to spirit, and how can we reconcile and unite the past and the future? Door to spirit, Taurus, forgiveness here. There's some childhood wounding that needs released, and the stories that we tell ourselves because of that. So, wherever Taurus is located in your chart, maybe you have just, if you are Taurus energy, maybe that's your sun. You, maybe this revolution, we do have Uranus in Taurus, and we're channeling aggression in that energy or in that Sabian symbol. So forgiveness is needed here, channeling aggression so that we can become enlightened and release and not hold on to any of those energies that just don't feel good to us anymore, turning pain and transmuting that into wisdom. Beautiful energy. What about for Gemini energies needing some rest and rejuvenation, but pretending like we're Duracell bunnies? Little overaction there in that part of your chart. How can we reconcile and unite the past and the future? What's a missing puzzle piece here? Wow. Okay. Pardon my reach. Coming out of isolation. This was, we don't really read these reversal, just make a note of it here. This is taking the tux out of the closet and wearing it just for no reason at all, because it's fun, just for the joy of it. And stop saving for a rainy day, right? Stop pretending that we're the go, 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 go. Okay, maybe there's a need to, again, slow down, rest and rejuvenate. This says isolation, but it was in reverse. So maybe you view here with all this blue energy, Geminis do love to communicate, they love to learn. And we think, oh, if I'm too bored by myself, or I don't see the value of rest and rejuvenation, or of slowing down and just spending time alone here. I feel like that's what Spirit is saying, to reconcile and unite the past and the future. We have to get still for a minute. Okay, we have to get still. There's a missing puzzle piece that will be able to come in that stillness, crossed by facade. Yeah, we don't have to be putting on this show all the time. We don't have to live in tuxes full time or even appear so. Okay, it is okay to slow down, and instead of taking the tux out of the closet, I say put the tux away. Like, just spend a little bit more alone time so that we can hear in meditation our guides. This is a grandfather angel giving guidance to this young boy. But if we're going all the time, Gemini, we're not going to be able to hear that. Okay, Cancerian energies. Hello. Is it Babo Bear? Welcome. Welcome in. Thanks for being here with us tonight. We're looking at Cancer energy. How can we reconcile the past and unite into the future? So Cancers here, you're at an impasse, and there's that full moon in Cancer happening tomorrow. And that's at, I believe, let's see here, I'll get a time for you. Ba-ba-bum. Key astrology for love as well. Just FYI, at 26 degrees. When the moon hits that 26th degree, will hit its full moon energy. Full moons are all about surrender. Where do we need to surrender here? So remember, at the top of a coaster, there's a little bit of a hovering energy as you wait to go down the other side towards that new moon, right? I feel like if there has been a desire or a need, we think we can't go it alone. We think that we need all these people. What we're lovingly releasing is that we do have the power within our own energies. You don't need other people to bolster you up. It's nice, right? It's nice, but is that secret garden? Is that just a facade of I'm surrounding myself with other people because I don't believe I can do this on my own? That's gonna be a cause for the pause here at this full moon. So, in order to reconcile that, you need to make a decision here, Cancer energies, Cancer part of your chart. And I feel like this path will be revealed in an easier way to you when that full moon energy hits, crossed by some kind of grief. Okay, this is the loss of a pet here, but this is her hanging on to the sadness of that loss instead of hanging on right to the top. And whether or not we want to go down the other side, we're already on the ride. We are already there, and we can either enjoy it or we can focus on the loss. Maybe that there's that fear there, yes, of surrendering and going down the other side. But see how he's kind of like his legs here? It's like that cart sitting at the top of the coaster, hovering, hovering. Okay, some kind of impasse because of grief, but complacency is in reverse underneath that. So that moment, once we let go of holding on to that fear of loss in the future, that's going to open up the energy here, Cancers. Whoo, man. Where you guys have your Cancer energy in your chart, where's that full moon hitting for you? Perfection energy here in Leo. How can we reconcile and unite the past and the future? How we view victory. It's not about the win, 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 win. It's about the journey in getting there, right? It's not always, we got to release our idea of what we see winning as. And it's winning is not meaning that we're perfect at everything all the time. So that Leo energy in your chart, wherever that's sitting for you, Perfection is actually a trauma response that keeps us from our victory. But if we can make it appear like we're winning to everyone else or like nothing's wrong, right? That's actually a sign that there's some shadow work to do there as far as perfectionist tendencies, crossing energies. Then we don't allow miracles in, right? If we are having a certain expectation of what winning is or what victory is, then we are missing the miracle of the journey and getting there in the first place. And if you can see, it's a little hard on the glare, but in this ether coming up is an energy of opening up. Okay. And the miracles of imperfection we can release that perfectionist tendency. Boy, oh boy. Hi, Miss Peg. How are you? You're at your grandson's hockey game right now. Oh boy. Is it cold in there? Is it like an indoor rink maybe? I'm assuming. I mean, I shouldn't assume. I guess it is Vegas. They could have outdoor rinks in Vegas. Let's look at Virgo energy here. The secret garden. Do we think we think we're protecting our heart, but how we can reconcile and unite the past and the future is to really clear up any confusion about what is a boundary and then what is a wall that keeps everything out, and see how our arms are crossed. Ain't nothing getting in, because my heart's been hurt in the past, but this is about heart opening so we can grow here. That environmental energy is here to help you grow when we open up that heart chakra. All right, Libras, are we either leaving behind here someone's gone too fast, or we're letting someone going too slow? We're allowing ourselves to run ahead. You're running ahead towards your own joy. Or if we let that other faster energy and we just don't want to go that pace, we're focusing on loyalty to self here. Libra, I feel like this is you just being hella happy that South Node is out. That Libra is finally getting some relief with the South Node, release and let go of what no longer serve us. It's where we release our outmoded ways. And when energy just isn't vibing with ours and we focus on our own joy, that is how we can reconcile and unite the past and the future. Crossed by expansion in reverse. So maybe we're not there quite yet, but Libra, there's some kind of creative energy wanting to come through as soon as the energy that is not matching vibrationally with us. It's not as joyful as we are. Then that expansion, any cards that show in reverse, this is not really a reverse deck, but you can see that Venus energy there of Libra energy, something, this creation wanting to come through, an expansion of our gifts when this other energy stops disagreeing with the energetic vibration we're on. Someone's not at your pace. Either they're too much, right? Like you're just like, oh, that energy is too fast for me. It doesn't feel good. Or you are ready to just be that racehorse and take off and leave behind some other energy that's just moving too slow for you. It's like, I got to follow my own joy. And then when we do that, then the expansion is righted. Whew. You're yeah, you're at. I hope they win. Tell them I hope they win. Miss Angie wishes them luck there. All right, guys, let's look at this Scorpio energy of financial constraints. What secret garden do we think we are protecting? We think we are saving money by hoarding money. And that is not how energy works. We got to spend to earn. We got to allow that flow. So, how can we reconcile and unite the past and the future? This one, understanding how energy works, mysticism. letting the energy flow, and this is crossed by our passion. I feel like, guys, once you see how that works, even if we gave our last dollar and then all of a sudden we're like, whoa, I'm getting enlightened here. I have intuitive messages coming in fast, and then passion follows that. When we give what we are passionate about, we are receiving back equally there. And this is the energy that is trining in the sky here. So keep that in mind as well. By tapping into that mysticism, I feel like trusting our own intuitive guidance, trusting what we are drawn to passionately. Scorpio, hello, you are the embodiment of passion. So you have no problems in that area. Embrace that. Okay. We are not holding back passion, or else it won't be allowed to come in, right? Wow, strong energy there. Let's look at the last of our fire signs here. And Sagittarius, you are protecting the fact that you are not perfect. You're not allowing people to see the thorns, but that's what people find endearing. I think you'd be surprised that Sagittarius area of your chart. I think you'd be surprised that you actually attract others with our things we see as our faults or not as beautiful. Yeah, abundance. So he has lost these coins down in the sewer and just gives up and goes and, drinks his sorrows away. Whereas this girl sees the same thing, but she sees it as an opportunity. So she's trying to fashion something that she can use then to fish those coins out. So what you see as a detriment, other people see as opportunity or find endearing. What I just said, they love your thorns. It helps them discover and understand more about you. And look at that. There's that big old rose down here. Go ahead and share those. There's a full moon energy as well. I think you'll be quite surprised by letting your whole self show something you see as an imperfection for looking at this as a whole line of fire here. Somebody else is going to see like they've hit the jackpot. They find it endearing. Okay, let's look at our last little placement here for Earth. We have again Capricorn energy with Mercury there and the Sun. How can we reconcile and unite the past and the future? We have changed our values, and maybe it's a secret to others that maybe we've always chased money and that we just found did not actually bring value to our lives. We reach that conclusion or reach the top of that mountain and it maybe feels a little bit empty. Been there, done that. Let's look at how we can reconcile and unite the past and the future. Card from Spirit, please. How can we reconcile the past and the future? There we go. Dissipating. Those old ways are finally allowing out. And look at all this yellow. So that door to value that's peeking open, okay? We just don't value the actual pentacles in the same way. It's not about the money, it's about the satisfaction. So there's a parakeet here, and that old way, it's showing us here where we were lacking oxygen. Maybe it felt too confining. It felt like a cave. We opened up and we're like, you know what, I got to this goal here and now I'm confused because I thought that's what my heart wanted. And door to spirit is book ending in this earth energy, is book ending door to value. So the center, the meat of that story is, yeah, but what does your heart really value? What does your heart really value here? Maybe we didn't understand that we were slowly losing oxygen in this place of where we thought we were value. We got there and it was lacking. It was lacking oxygen. We were unable to maintain that because the thrill is gone kind of energy here. We were bored with it. We got up there and we're like, oh, is this all it was? Well, how boring. Changing what we value here. Crossed, you were destined to get to the top of that only to find out that, yeah, I don't value that so much anymore. That was a destined energy or lesson for you to experience this balance of that yin and yang energy. I thought it was all about the money, but really what it's about is my heart happy, and my heart happiness then engages my spirituality. Okay. Woo, that one, earth signs, little more muddy and complicated than it needs to be. Okay. What or how can we reconcile and unite the past and the future, Aquarius? Let it out. Okay. We don't need to hold on to the grief, but we also cannot stuff it down. Okay. Coming out of isolation or putting ourselves in isolation, forcing ourselves to slow down, walking away from grief, walking away from pain we've been holding on to, so that we can embrace our joy. It was just not, those energies were just not lining up here in the air cooperation of our chart. If I've created one for you, those will be all three purple areas of where this energy is interacting. Putting on, why did I just hear putting on the Ritz? Walking away from what was lacking, what was sadness we were hanging on to, that unexpected thunderstorm, really understanding that there's no way to avoid the towers of life. Everybody gets towers. We all go through them. It's how you handle them. And am I going to stay slowed down by someone else's slower pace? Or am I going to be stressed out that someone wants to go faster than I'm ready or willing to go? Could be. Yep. Enlightenment again here on the bottom of the deck. So once again, when we finally are able to really slow down that fast energy, maybe we were running from something instead of walking away. We were trying to run from it. And it doesn't work like that. We still get the lesson anyway. We just have to wait for a different meat suit to reflect it back to us. That's all. We haven't avoided anything. It's all about the heart of that story. The meat of that story is focusing on what you value, what you desire, what brings you joy, being loyal to your own path's energy and not allowing it to be dragged down or sped up faster than you are ready to step into there, Aquarius. Okay. Walking away from grief, embracing enlightenment through contemplation and slowing down, not always doing the most. All right, end of our story here. Pisces, secret garden of your heart. What can we reconcile, and how can we reconcile and unite the past and the future? Balance. 44. Eights, the lemniscape. Our story started with an 8 and ends with an 8. Our story starts off as hostile victim mentality. We've been duped, we've been cheated, we've been wronged. Well, the universe always balances out energy somehow. So if we don't do it ourselves, then of course we get those towers that do it for us. When we're looking at this as a trine of energy, any kind of impasse that may be being stopped or slowed down by either people within our community or within a group. That's like teamwork energy. Three of Cups, Three of Pentacles kind of energy there. And that might, oh, I'm getting an ear squeeze. That might be holding us back. And we think that I can't do anything alone. Well, yeah, you can. Maybe you just don't realize that your own balance of your own heart is what gets that energetic movement going again. What's this crossed by here? Discovery, and didn't we had that come up somewhere over here? I think bookending on the Sagittarian energy. It's how we view abundance. It's how we view, yeah, because of that heart. It's how we view what is a rose and what is a thorn. They're one and the same. They are beautiful and they can hurt. The sword is two-edged. Sometimes the truth or balance, that justice energy, sometimes truths that hurt our heart are still truths and necessarily so. I feel like you're discovering balance within yourself, which then aligns the head and heart here, bringing in these mystic gifts and getting that financial flow moving again. Yeah, you feel like there's something in your community here, energy blocking, someone in your vicinity kind of going, you shall not pass. You shall not pass. Think you're discovering that you can pass. Think you're discovering that you are. All right, guys. I know it's Sunday and it's a weird time. The day it was just this whole weekend was jam packed. And it's like, you know what? You just do what you can do while you can do it. And you get what you get there when you get there. And that's okay. Lastly, what responsibility can we take on to progress more quickly in our little zodiacal story wheel here of our own charts? Aries, what responsibility can you take on to progress more quickly from the top to the bottom, please, Spirit, in 3 and 2 and 1. Bottom before the cut, Wheel of Fortune. What can change our fate here? What responsibility can we take on to progress more quickly? Woo, what will turn those wheels of fate from the old cycle of the world and stepping into the new full energy? What responsibility can we take on? Oh my gosh, the world is in reverse here, Aries energy, because if we're still in any kind of victim mentality in that part of our chart, if we still feel hostile about some kind of truth, we are not allowing this world card energy. We're not allowing a cycle to close because we're pissed off that it needs to close. This is like stage 5 clinger hanging on to the bumper of a story, some kind of truth, and not allowing this energy to cycle out. So what you can take on is allowing this ending to happen here, Aries. What responsibility can Taurus take on other than this forgiveness energy? The full moon, guys, is all about, am I upside down here on my cards? The full moon is all about releasing and letting go, forgiveness for any kind of abandonment. So, in the upright, Five of Pentacles can be physical abandonment, not utilizing the help that is readily available right in front of our nose. In reverse, Five of Pentacles is feeling abundance. That door to spirit opens, abundance comes in financially and otherwise when we implement that forgiveness. Okay. What about here? What responsibility can Gemini take on? Page of Cups. forgiveness and thanks and a love offering, learning more about our own love when we slow down here and really meditate and take the time to not, be doing the most. We can really slow down and examine, well, what kind of got my heart to go aflutter as a page of cups? What things really light up my heart that feel like a young love or a first love energy? What about for Cancer? What responsibilities can Cancer take on to progress on their journey more quickly? Oof, there's a Three of Swords here. Has that caused an impasse? And this community energy of Three of Cups, even though that's a seven, there's an impasse. There's some kind of real big hurt here, guys, that's keeping us stuck at the top of that coaster. So maybe we need to book ending here with that Aries energy. Those always play off of each other. It can be this impasse is not releasing some kind of heartbreak that has kept us stuck in the past, possibly due to friends or family, work environments. Okay, that has caused kind of an impasse and a block moving forward. So we have to take on the responsibility of healing that wound here, Cancer, or else we may remain stuck. What responsibility can Leo take on? Healing. There's that Three of Swords that follow or precedes this card. After that Three of Swords, that is aiming down to this character. When Leo energy is ready to see the truth about what is victory, perfection is not any part of victory. That is trauma that requires healing. Okay. Perfectionism is but a hint to us of where trauma may lie or why that we do that, why we do perfectionist tendencies. What about for Virgo energy? You can take on what responsibility you can take on is about speaking your own truth, seeing your own truth, and taking action on your own personal truth, no longer being confused. Allowing that heart chakra to open. Now, King of Swords is usually a head over heart energy. And with the heart being grounded here in that secret garden, that's what's left us confused because it's like, how can I open my heart when someone has left me confused about what the actual truth is? Well, this is about getting out of confusion by balancing your head and your heart. So the king of it's a king of wands, passion. Not a king of swords, but my Freudian slip, I'm calling it king of swords regardless because the opposite of confusion is king of swords, and now we have passion here. Maybe passion has confused us about our heart and that kept us from our truth. We were only trusting this. We were not allowing the king of swords to come in or bring us clarity. Could be King of Wands. And we got on the start for our theme, this card always makes me think of the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. So, Virgo, we're going to combine the energy of King of Swords and truth of our passion, King of Wands. I see it. I want it. It's mine. You got to go for it. Let your heart lead the way. What about responsibilities that Libra can take on? Five of Swords, navigating and negating self-talk. If this was an energy here on the base, our secret garden of one person's energy just does not match mine anymore. Somebody wanted to go fast while you wanted to take it easy, or you wanted to go fast while someone else was just grazing and taking it easy. You want to race towards this joy, but somebody else's words here, that's a gaslighting energy. So whether that's of your own self or someone else's energy is gaslighting your reality, telling you you're not experiencing what you're experiencing. Either way, that blocks our joy. So we've got to allow ourselves to stop that negative self talk because it's blocking our joy here. It's keeping us from moving the direction we want to go. That could be what's slowing down our fast forward movement. What about for Scorpio energy? What responsibility can we take on? Scorpio, 5 of Cups, and that is your card. 4 5s, or excuse me, 5, 6, and 7s are the fixed energies. Stop crying over spilt milk here. Financial constraints. I don't have. You're looking at what you don't have instead of what you do have here left over, which are the cups standing upright. You just have to change your perspective and understand that by giving, I receive. Hoarding does not make money flow. Okay. And focusing on regret, focusing on things that we have regret over, that's past energy that is keeping us stuck. Okay. What we focus on expands. So, do we want to attract more of that financial constraint? Or do we need to let our higher self, do we need to let our higher self gain this perspective here and turn on your heels from that financial constraint and trust your higher self to walk towards the 2 cups of balance? Let's look at Sagittarius, the last of our fire energies. What responsibility can you take on? The guru, the shaman, the guide, taking the lessons that you have learned. You see and appreciate the roses for their thorns and their beauty. It's this different mindset. I feel like the mindset shift you experience of, I can't let anybody see my thorns. They might not like me anymore. And I feel like, again, it's just all perspective. I think someone's going to delight in that very much. And maybe you're sharing that with someone else. I thought I had to hide XYZ about myself, but my new friend, my new partner, my new business venture, they loved that about me because what I was thought seeing as a weakness was actually something they saw in me as a strength. Okay, let's look at what responsibility that the last of our earth energies can take on. Queen of Cups, filling your heart's cup, forgiving this abandonment. Okay, confusion here in the Virgo energy, changing the way we see what we value, and understanding that if we were trying to get to the top, to the top, to the top, it's pretty dang boring up there. And what is more fulfilling is what really delights us, lights us up, and following our true heart's center here. Our values are changing. Trust that shift. We can learn to live with less money if we have more time and see time as more valuable. Okay. What about here for the last of our air energies, Aquarius? What responsibility can you take on? 4 of Wands, a commitment that you are walking away from or that caused us grief here. Really walking away from old energies and pain that we were holding on to that was stopping us from giving to another energy equally. Again, this could have been grief over someone's energy just not matching ours. Maybe they gaslit you or you gaslit yourself about that person and that they were either a match. But when we trust our own heart and you can go your own way, right? When we trust that, okay, we can forgive ourselves. We can apologize. We can slow down long enough to tap in, tune in. We can see where either ideas or grief about past commitments is blocking a current one, or we're in a current commitment here that we need to grieve, or there's some old energy that still needs to process in order for this to be a truly balanced partnership moving forward. Okay. What about what responsibility can Pisces, the end of our story, take on? Where our story started last night in that reading, the tower energy. So, Pisces allows something to crumble so that it can be rebuilt from the ground up. Death and transformation here. We did see the butterfly here lighting up her third eye, balancing our heart. And the responsibility is that we need to rebuild one brick at a time. Okay, step by step. We are rebuilding by starting with our own balance first. So, again, maybe that secret garden you were hiding was that you really wanted love all along. And maybe what we were accepting that was some kind of poverty. We weren't really getting that. This heartache here is bookending the tower and this emotional abandonment energy right in the center of the story. That energy is trining. So allow, this responsibility that Cancer's taking on is to process the heartbreak and not allowing past heartbreaks to stop them and keep them at the top of that coaster. It's surrendering, jumping off that burning building because you surely can't. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay there here, Pisces. You have to rebuild, even if it's a solo journey here, all that water energy, even if it's a solo journey, that happiness is an inside job, point blank and period. The bottom of that deck, Ace of Pentacles, baby. More time, energy, money, resources. When you take on those responsibilities, here comes the reward. Here comes the reward. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get you an overall advice card here for everyone here. Thank you again so much for being here. Miss Judy, we missed you the other Thursday night. I was like, and Jennifer. Jennifer was missing. Miss Judy, we had so many people on Thursday night. It was so much fun. I think I will do that again. I might make it a regular Thursday thing. We will see, because that was just so much fun. Third party is in the way. Oh, and guys, that can even, be things we have no idea about. A third party can even be that other person's mindset. It can even be our mindset too. Doesn't always have to be a person, but oftentimes it is. And when you know it, you know it. If you know that for sure, then it's something you know for sure, right? Still a block nonetheless. What is our advice here moving forward into this new North Node energy? The cosmic womb. We've got a 6, a womb with a view. The divine feminine, Pisces North Node. Wow. Oh my gosh. And that is crossed by the 14. One of y'all got that that night. And maybe that's why I'm talking about it now. The drifter, experiencing life as it comes. That's very watery energy there, going with the flow. Let's read about what advice Cosmic Womb has for us, our womb with the view. Again, that is a 6 energy of the lovers, creativity, the divine feminine. The cosmic womb is a reminder that we're undergoing a beautiful process of birthing a new self into being, balancing ourselves, allowing what lets to go, what needs to go, and rebuilding a more solid energy moving forward. You don't know who or what it is yet, but you know it's full of life and love and passion and spirit. Wow. If you've had a difficult time in recent memory, feeling dry and stagnant, impasse of this trine energy we're having today in water. Wow. Feeling dry and stagnant or lost and unsupported, this is changing right now. You will feel newly inspired as so many ideas beckon for your attention. Know that you are safe to explore the expression of your rejuvenated creativity, releasing all judgment as your curiosity is piqued. You're in the most fertile cycle of your life right now. So, full moon is the divine feminine, it's Empress energy of surrender. And that is the top of the moon cycle. Wow. You are in the most fertile cycle of your life right now. Too much. Intuitively keen, with your heart wide open and mindful that each step in the right direction of your dreams and desires is effortlessly supported by all the divine helpers in the unseen realms. Right at the heart of that water energy, mysticism. Wow. You are not lacking when you are able to tune into that part of yourself. It is never a fun ride, and we never want to be the clinger onto these old energies. We want to let that cycle process, and it looks like we are here. Just know and understand you're in the spot, you're in the place that you are supposed to be. Again, Journey and Angel of Love was the ending theme, or the theme in our environmental energy. And our theme started with seeing the abundance and that Queen of Pentacles combined with Queen of Wands, manifesting our desires no matter what storms life presents in front of us. We're learning how to ride those storms out. Okay, learning how to write them out. Understanding the ebb and flow is the way to go. All right, guys, that is going to be me for today. I'm going to go grab me some dinner. It's like one of those, I don't feel like cooking. Hey, Jonna, how are you? It's like one of those nights where you're just like, I'm hungry, but nothing sounds good. Do you guys ever feel like this? I'm hungry, but nothing sounds good. All right, and guys, again, our advice here being the cosmic womb, the divine feminine energy. Do your Ho'oponopono. You can even start that tonight before you go to bed, since that full moon's happening tomorrow. And go with the flow here. We just gotta ride the storms out and know they are not forever. And there's that temperance energy of the modern Pocahontas coming through with our Mars retrograde and Cancer energy. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, good. I'm glad you'll catch it. I hope that you found the messages valuable. I hope it wasn't too many layers. You know, I take my time and I dig. So I'm not ever happy with kind of surface anything. Oh, all my water needs to go very, very deep. It needs to dig. It needs to go a little bit deeper. So I hope there were things in there for you that have helped you today. I surely hope so. All right, guys. Well, I will catch you tomorrow. Don't forget, we have the spiritual view at 10 a.m. Eastern where we go live. And speaking of sisters from other misters, that's where we get to catch up with each other and, of course, you all. So I hope you'll be able to join us then. If that is not a good time for you, we will catch you on Friday nights at 6 p.m. on the spiritual view. Again, thanks so much. I hope you are fantastically awesome. Post or send me your dinner ideas if you have any, since nothing sounds good to me right now. Thanks for hitting the like button, and make sure that you're still subscribed and that you're notified whenever I post things, especially for when we go live, because we have so much fun here together. I credit all y'all with that. You give me this energy to fuel these messages forward. So thank you so much. Love you guys too. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.